Hey everybody, welcome to a Thursday morning Mike Talk. Glad that you guys are with me here at Song and Sword. Continue to remind you everything you need at Song and Sword is songandsword.com. Everything about the ministry, you can text prayer to that number on the screen. You can actually talk about stuff that you want to talk about, send questions theologically. I get to them around to them eventually. And I hope you're having a good Thursday. Love you guys. Praying for you. I continue to remind you this Sunday, very special announcements being made about the future of Song and Sword. So tune in and continue to like and to share all this stuff, because we're doing this because we want to proclaim Jesus Christ with a song of grace and the sword of truth. So I hope you guys are going to be a part of all that God's doing in and through this ministry. And we're grateful for you. We're grateful for your prayers, your cards, your letters, your support. All that is just overwhelming to Sarah and I. So thank you guys. As you can tell, it's a little rainy morning here. You can see the drips of rain on the window behind me. So it's an indoor day, and we'll be home by this afternoon, Lord willing. But Isaiah chapter 40 is where we're going to go today. We're continuing to talk about rest and renewing and all the stuff that has to do with just re-energizing. You know, you can't just go all the time. You can't run with your battery half charged all the time. One of the analogies I like to use today is that, you know, that battery symbol on your phone when you're charging it or you pull the charger out. What percentage of battery do you have today? Most of us are running below 50%, and we plug in and we still never get charged. Well, rest is the way that God created for us to get charged. And I'm going to go to Isaiah 40. It's a famous passage. But what happens when we rest? What happens specifically when we wait for the Lord? When we don't do something, we don't try to fix something, we don't have to work our way through something, we wait. Here's the whole passage. We're starting in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 28. Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God. He's the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not faint or grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the faint. To him who has no might, he increases his strength. Even youths shall faint and be weary, and young men shall fall exhausted. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. A few things here to talk about as we rest. As part of resting is waiting upon the Lord. I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But first thing we need to know about the Lord is He doesn't get tired. He doesn't grow faint or weary. God never gets to an end of a day. Of course, He doesn't measure days like us. He's in eternity. He doesn't get to the end of the day and go, man, I'm exhausted. It was a long day. He doesn't get weary in the sense that you and I understand it. So first of all, that's the right place to turn. And conversely, God not getting weary, we do get weary. And the writer of Isaiah, Isaiah the prophet, says, even youths faint and are weary. Even young men stumble and fall. Why is that? Because we're human. That's why we need rest. That's why this rest is so important. So what are we supposed to do? Well, we go to a God who never gets tired when we're exhausted. We're exhausted from our financial situation. We're exhausted from decisions that need to be made that affect us. We're exhausted from trying to push forward to some dream of ours that the Lord's given us, and it's going slower than we want. We're exhausted from our kids, from our spouse, from our job, from our physical ailments. What are you tired of today? Or what's making you weary and faint? Well, here's what Isaiah says. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. This is a part of resting. This is a part of Sabbath. This is part of what I'm trying to get at. Waiting upon the Lord, the Hebrew word kavah, literally means to bind together. And what we're doing when we kavah, when we wait upon the Lord, is we're being still enough to combine our weariness. The word kavah literally means to twist, like to thread something, to twist it together and combine. We are combining, we are threading our weariness and our exhaustion with a God who is never exhausted and never tired. In other words, what we do when we rest is we just acknowledge that there's a God there that has all strength. And that is a good Sabbath. That is good rest. That's a good vacation. A good vacation are those moments, or a good daily getaway are those moments when you realize, God's not tired. God's not exhausted. God's got this. He's going to do what only God can do in this moment. And that is rest. Not just physical. Physical rest is good. Emotional, mental rest is good. But spiritual rest comes when we acknowledge that there is a God who never gets tired. And that God is going to give us strength through Jesus Christ by the power of His Spirit. And so today, find a place this week, find a place, maybe this month, find a couple of days to wait upon the Lord. Bind together your weariness with His inexhaustibility, if that's a word, and wait upon the Lord, and your strength will be renewed. God bless you guys. Happy Thursday. See you tomorrow.